Hello there, and welcome to Get Your Mind Open, one of my video blogs. This is my third one up. I go by the name of Jay, also known as Jay Silver, the Soul Lyricist. So good, open up your mind today, peeps. Yeah, here's my third video blog. The first two was Why Men Cheat, Part 1, Why Men Cheat, Part 2. Put them up, got a lot of feedback from it, very positive stuff. People enjoyed it, and said it was very insightful, which was good, which is my main purpose. Okay, did have one bright, clever person, this girl, who messaged me and said, I think Jay is guilty and talking about himself and so on and so forth. Well, I did actually call it Why Men Cheat, not Why Jay Cheated. So it was not about me, it was about men. But also in part 1, I gave a list of excuses as to why men cheat. And one of the excuses was to see if you can get away with it. Men would cheat if they could see if they could get away with it. I also said that one of my ex-girls believed I could never cheat. She believed that I would always be found out if I did. So I went out of my way to prove to her that if I did it, I wouldn't get found out. I actually said that. So the fact that you worked out that I cheated was quite clever. But anyway, just be nice. I'm not being rude. I'm actually just sort of saying you worked it out, and that was clever of you to have done that. That was good. But anyway, I also said in part 2, I spoke about sin being the deliberate and conscious turning away of God's moral standards, His moral instructions, His desires and His will for our life. I also spoke about temptation, evil thoughts that we get, and we need to counsel them. If we don't counsel them, they will turn to actions. Actions all come from our thought processes. I spoke about that. I said with sin, I will have to do another video blog and talk more in depth about it, because I couldn't do it on that video. Now what I'm going to do today is just rewind it a bit back. Before I can talk about sin, I just need to give you a couple of important points about the creation story. So please hear me out on this. I told you I'm not no pastor, I'm not a theologian or some minister. I'm just Jay Silver. I told you I'm just a street boy. But I want to just speak about the creation because it's quite important, I feel, before we can get onto the topic of sin, because it's how sin came about. It's just a bit before. Right. You know, in the Bible, Genesis chapter 1, we know how it goes. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Okay? So recognize that in the beginning there was God. But before the beginning, there was God. Now this confuses so many people because they want to know what was before God. God is almighty, He's sovereign, He's powerful. There was nothing before God. Why do you find it so hard to believe? Why do you find it hard to believe? I'll tell you why. Because man came up with their own theory. And you see, we believe men more than we believe anything else. The same men that cheat, lie, steal, murder, selfish, the same man that wants to try to prove that they know everything and that they are more powerful than God is the same man that we want to listen to. Okay? We turn away in disgust at all the evil things that happen when we hear about paedophilia or rapists or how this man did that or this person did that. When I use man, I'm talking about mankind. But then when man comes up with a theory that sounds almost believable, we're quick to jump on it and say, yeah, we believe that. Don't believe about God. No, I believe this. We are strange people, man. But anyway, ain't even going to get into that. What I want to say is, if you draw a line, the beginning of that line, before it is God. God is almighty, He's powerful, He's sovereign. Okay, now it says here, He created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form and void. So that to you and I would mean that there was nothing going on. Everything was chaotic. God brought order and structure. He made everything in 6 days and He rested on the 7th day. So what I wanted to say here was one important point here, or two important points, is that He structured everything. God could have probably done it all in one day, but He's showing you and I how to structure things. A lot of us have so much stuff to do, we're so busy, and we've got so much, we're heaped under with work. We need to structure ourselves and have a plan in the way we do things. The second thing is, it says God rested on the 7th day. So after God had done all these things and saw that it was good, He rested, man. He thought, I'll chill out now. Another important lesson for us is to learn when to break and to learn when to have a rest. Some of us are so overworked, we're so tired, we're so stressed because we're just working too hard. You know, we need to rest. We need to go on holiday, go abroad, fly somewhere, man. You know what I mean? Even if it just means going on the London Eye or something, going around on the London Eye. It's just getting out of your environment, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Go Butlins, for goodness sake, Butlins. It's a family-orientated place, but go Butlins, man. Ain't nothing wrong with Butlins. Okay, so first two important things, God structured everything, and He is a God of order. He's not a God of confusion. Second thing, He knew when to rest. Third thing is when God said, let there be light. As an example, He called it into existence. He called it into being. God's words are powerful. Okay? He didn't go to the light and try and create it. He told it to happen. He told it to be. Let there be light. Blam, it happened. God's words are powerful. Okay? Now, as the story goes on, He made the animals. Many of us, many scientists are finding new species of animals and all sorts. Nothing special in God's eyes. God made animals a long time ago. They've always been there. We are just discovering them. That shows you how long we take as human beings to come up with stuff. We take so long. God made all that long time ago. It says He made the sea creatures and He made the birds for the air. All of that was sorted. God made all of that. Also, it says He made livestock, creeping things, and beasts. Livestock, what would that be? Cows, chicken, goats. That's our livestock, you know. Creeping things, spiders, lizards, all the reptiles. He made them all. Beasts, lions, tigers, giraffes, elephants. And I believe that also would have probably meant dinosaurs as well. Because many people wonder how dinosaurs fitted into the creation story. Well, I believe beasts, dinosaurs as well. If in the Old Testament there are descriptions of beasts that God created which resemble our modern day ideas of dinosaurs. It's in there. Okay? Check it out. Study the Bible, man. Alright? Also important is that He made man, Adam. Okay? And it says He made him in His image. So what would that mean to you and I? He made man in His image. What does that mean? I believe it meant that Adam had certain attributes and qualities that God also has. So one of them would be power. Adam had power. He had authority. They said that Adam named all the animals. To do that, you would have needed some serious power. I don't think Adam could have run around chasing all these animals and trying to name them. He must have had to call them. Just the same way how God called the light and said, let there be light. I believe that's exactly what Adam did for the animals. He called this, come here. You are elephant. You are tigers. I believe He called it and he made it happen. Words are powerful. That's the next bit I wanted to mention. Words are powerful. Okay? Our words can build people up. They can encourage people, or it can tear them down and make them feel worthless. I could badger somebody with negativity all day long to the point where they would want to take their life, or they could want to take their life, hang themselves, or do whatever they want to do. That is powerful. The fact that I could be negative and make somebody want to lose their life. Do you know? Or on the same mouth, I could bless people, encourage them, make them feel better about themselves, make them want to challenge themselves more. That is how powerful words are. Okay? Another important one is that He made Eve from Adam. Okay, so the Bible says He put Adam to sleep, took rib from Adam, and then closed the wound up and made Eve. That's how we get woman. From the womb was another man. Okay, woman. Because when Adam saw her, he said, he could relate to it. Okay, he said, this is me, man. This is what I wanted. God knew that Adam needed companionship. He needed a helper. He needed somebody to be with him. Woman was the right companionship for him. Okay, and as we know, as the story goes, they were put into a Garden of Eden, and Adam was there to look after this garden and run things. You get me, in this garden. So I just wanted to let you know about how important this creation story is. Also, Adam and Eve. Eve came from Adam, so there was a oneness. Now, this is how important marriage is the oneness that the Bible talks about. Okay, oneness. Many people talk about marriage being just a ring on your finger or a piece of paper. No, it is the oneness which was also described in Adam and Eve. Okay, you see how everything is connected, why you have to always go back to the creation, because it shows everything. And also, Adam and Eve. Eve was the only woman for Adam. So, us man, them, there's only one woman for us. I'm not saying if you don't get woman A, or say woman A passed away, you can never remarry and have another woman. What I'm saying is, we are not supposed to just sleep around with different women. We're not supposed to have more than one woman at once. There was one woman designated for Adam, which was Eve. That was for him. Okay, he didn't put bare women on the earth, and Adam could have them all. Okay, one woman was for Adam. Okay, so I hope you understand those important points. Okay. Then the next one I will talk about sin a bit more. Get your mind open. I hope you listened. Hope you found it interesting. It's all good. Thanks for listening, man. One love.